right, everybody, I'm back. Like I said, we're just continuing on here. And so, yeah, basically where I left off is I was going sporadically differently with my incident and the visits and everything. So, and now continuing on, also just kind of mentioning different things. I also have tried some different things, to work on myself and try to for cleansing or healing purposes or things like that. I ran into this one lady. She was really cool. She has this thing. It's the meditation place that she would have. And it was like every week, every Sunday, and I would go with a class that she had, and we would all meditate for an hour, and it was really cool. I really enjoyed it. She didn't, after the pandemic, she quit doing it though, and she quit having the classes, but she does like one-on-ones with people. But that's one thing I liked. I like that kind of thing. Meditation is a good thing. I try to do it. If I do it, try to do it when I get up, or do a little bit of it. Meditation does help you. Just get rid of the clutter in your mind, things like that. So it's one thing I recommend. Also did a few things like when around one of my incidents, I was doing acupuncture. I did that once, and that's kind of a one thing that kind of tries to get your energy levels kind of evened out and things like that. So that was kind of something, but it was kind of stressful for me when I was doing it when I was in a bad place, and I don't know, I was like crying afterwards or something. And he said, you got a lot of tense, you got energy, you're very emotional and things like that. So that's one thing. And also I tried once, I did it once, is this Reiki healing type thing where they basically, it was this woman who she put something over you, and tries to see things, and it was kind of interesting. It was something I tried, and I don't know, and then it was, I don't know, I guess I was visualizing something and that I saw, and she was saying, oh yeah, well, it's basically something about with your energy, basically. So just a few things that I did, that I tried out, and I'm just going down the line here. So and then basically I done some trips, you could say, I went out different towns, places, and I kind of had adventures in these different towns, meeting women. One instant I was in Vegas, and mostly I was just meeting escorts, and I wasn't a big fan of this, but yeah, I just try to meet somebody, and I met one person. I got their number, and I kind of kept in touch, and that's one thing. When I met women that are from out of town, or try to keep in touch, most of the time, majority of the time, it would not work. They ghost me when I came in the town or something. So I don't know. With that out of town stuff, I kind of just not a big fan of it, really. But I did meet somebody when I was in Miami. We had a good time, had a good date and everything, and she's it was really cool, and we had ice cream together, and we had a good time on the beach, South Beach. Walked down the beach, and then there was this I guess it was a homeless guy came up to us. It was kind of messing with us or whatever, but it was whatever. It was funny, but we had a good time. It was cool. I got her number. I still kind of in touch with her off and on, and we still kind of talk, but she's dealing with family right now, so I don't really I don't know if I'll see her again, but I kind of keep in touch with her. But that's I don't know, I've had some out of town experiences, like I said, in Vegas. I did end up meeting someone later that night when it was the day before I was leaving, or 2 days before, and we met up, and she wanted to smoke, so we got weed from someone or whatever. And then we went back to my hotel, we smoked, we hooked up, and then I passed out, and when I woke up, she was gone, and my phone and my wallet were gone. And I ran out the hotel, my boxes, I was yelling, I was pissed off, and yeah, she was gone. And when I checked my fucking credit card, she spent White Castle, all this crap on my card. And I mean, it was such a big mess, because I had one day left in Vegas with nothing, and I had to have Western Union money, and my mom had to get a birth certificate, all this stuff. It was a big mess. And I was so pissed off about this. So never let your guard down. It's a lesson I learned. So that was kind of funny. And just an experience, that I learned to not let people, and I had to file police report. It was just a big mess. I said, never again. Well, just, you got to be careful with who you run into and meet. And also, like, I was other places like Chicago had like few like fun times, kind of one night things where I brought someone to the bar, had like a date, at my uncle's bar and had a good time, and then I bring them upstairs. But one time I brought him upstairs to the apartment, and he comes up and I guess just kind of makes it awkward, and I don't know. It seems like after that, it's kind of hard for me to like bring women and to his bar, like to the apartment, because it just, I don't know, because they won't talk to me more, something like that. So it's just kind of like, unless they're in a really heightened state or they're drunk, they wouldn't care. But it just gets awkward, because it when they show up, it just looks weird. But so I had some good times. I'd say a lot of great times in Chicago when I go, and then Memphis had a good time. I met someone like on Beale Street. We were vibing, having a good time. I remember we're just getting kind of intimate. And then I was like kind of fingering her on the chair or whatever, or like kind of like hanging out and stuff. But like she had to go, and then I don't know. It's like you got to try to make stuff happen when you can, because when I got her number, she just kind of like makes excuses. Oh, I can't see this and that. So it's like you got to kind of, just stay as long as you can. Try to, push. I don't know. It's just tough with this out of town stuff I learned, but I don't know. I had some fun times with that, experience with different things. Also, I did have kind of an incident. This was kind of only time this happened, but like a friend who I'm in a battle rap league, which one thing is pretty cool. I do rap music. I did a mixtape, and I'm in a battle rap league, done some battle raps. A friend and it was someone's birthday. We and the friend, hooked me up with the friend, and me and the friend. I wasn't really, completely into the friend, but the friend was cool and got together. But I had an issue where I couldn't get it up, and that's a really, and it was going through it was around my situation time, so it was kind of like so I was going through stuff, but I it happens, I guess, but that's a one rare time that's kind of happened to me, so I was just not really too thrilled about that, but that it has happened to me, so that's one thing I admit. And then I also was like, around that time, 4th of July, I met somebody. We dated off and on. She was cool. It was like 6 months, and we had a good times together. We hung out and dated off and on. I remember we went in her town. I think we went to like a cook-off or something. We did like different events, things like that, and went like boogie nights. We had the good times together. We dated, but eventually I kind of wanted to do my own thing. I just kind of like broke it off. So that's kind of how I saw that. Also, like I said, I had some just one night type of instances, like, met someone just at a bar or something, just having a good time, just, dancing with women, they twerking, whatever, just kind of having fun like that. And then this was someone I hung out with on a weekend. We hung out I met it Saturday, and then we hung out with her friends like the next day or something, did hookah or whatever. And then I don't know what happened, but she just like kind of disappeared. After that, I kind of was mad, went off, but it is what it is. Like I said, that stuff happens. There's also someone I met. It was like the store or whatever, and she was like from somewhere, and I was into her, and she would make like these real nice meals. She was like foreign, so it was like all these the cuisines type things like that. And I remember she came over, we were like making out and stuff. But the thing is, she would not like. We would get far, but then we wouldn't hook up because she wanted. Basically, she was wanting to get married. She was I guess, get the green card, something like that. She wanted to get married, so she basically wouldn't see me more because she wanted to get married. So that's how that was. Also, I did meet someone. I remember we were hanging out, dancing in the club, and we went to the arcade. We were playing games, had fun, and we made out like, outside her car. And then we off and on kind of kept in touch, and we did like a song together and stuff. We did like music before, and she's pretty cool. It was okay. So we had a good time with that. So, like I said, just different instances. And also I've been to a lot of like shows, events, like concerts, things like that. Like one concert I went to, I mean, the thing is quantity. You gotta have quality over quantity, because I learned that you gotta have quality moments or quality interactions versus quantity moments. Because like I tried this one time at concert, I got 15 numbers, and the learner was just really quick, getting number and that and jumping, jetting. And I learned that that's not really good. I got like only like 1 or 2 dates out of that. So honestly, it's not worth trying to get a bunch of numbers. Don't mean shit anymore. So you got to make a connection, interaction worth it. I learned that. So that's one thing I learned from all that. But yeah, so basically, I took a break for like, there was the pandemic basically was coming up, and I went out also, a couple cool guys. I met someone through a group, very cool person. We kind of in touch. We go out once in a while, this and that, and I go out sometimes. Them or the other friend, rap battle, whatever, and we kind of go to the clubs or bars and try to see what we get into and have a good time with that. For trying to meet different women or whatever we get into. But like I said, pandemic came up. We had this situation, we were stuck in our homes, couldn't do nothing. So for like a year, I basically just didn't do anything. It was the pandemic. So I basically stayed at home, stayed to myself, didn't really try to date. But it was towards the end of the pandemic. I did have a couple people I tried to. This one woman I met offline tells me this stuff like her friend has HIV and her sister's in jail for beating up her boyfriend, and she was in the hospital, broke someone's collarbone, this and that, and tell me all this stuff, and that I wasn't interested about. And this one woman, we didn't have a connect a lot, but she seemed kind of cool. We had a couple days. She came over. Then when I tried to make the move, she was like, "Oh no, I changed my mind or something." I'm like, I don't know why, she would, try to come over, and then this and that, and then she wouldn't. So that was kind of frustrating, but it is what it is, what you deal with that. So, and then I met someone, first person I kind of met after pandemic. It was funny. I met her at the store or whatever. We hung out, and she said she wanted ice cream, so I went and got ice cream. And she told me she wanted ice cream, the drug, and I was laughing my ass off, and I was like, "What the fuck is this, meth?" So, and then I asked my friend, "Do you have any ice cream?" And he's like, "What? Don't tell me this shit." I was laughing, but I don't know. I was like, "What the hell? I've never heard of that before." Like, you learn new stuff every day, so I thought that was kind of funny, telling me that. So, but like I said, I've kind of made myself, after this last incident last year, made myself kind of drug and alcohol free, straight edge for the most part. Very rare I will do anything. Like I said, I try to avoid it with all the shit that I've been through. It's not worth it anymore. So trying to be clean and stay away from the riffraff. I'm kind of a grown adult, matured, and don't want to deal with that. So it is what it is. But, like I said, you got different social realms, social worlds, and different people with what they're into or the type of activities or what they bring to the table. So everyone's different. Also, like I said, I just met some women that I kind of like, off and on kind of keep in touch, and met, some women like either at the mall or something. This one, like, Persian woman, she was really cool. She's like some kind of like, helps women find their inner badass or something. I don't know, she has this like coaching she does for women to try to find themselves, things like that. I kind of ran into her. She was pretty cool. And, we've kind of kept in touch off and on. And, because we kind of connected, because I'm half Persian. My dad's, from Iran. So I'm kind of, have a kind of like a connection like that. So that's kind of cool. And then I had a couple women I went out with, like, 1 or 2 dates. One woman, I met her at a bar or club, and she made an excuse that her family died or something. She like ghosted me. I was upset, but she told me that. Then we hung out with all our friends at hookah the next day. And she like came over my house, and she wouldn't stay that long. She didn't seem comfortable, so I was like, okay, I don't know why she wanted to continue, but I remember I tried slapping her ass or something, and after that she was like not thrilled. And I remember when I went and tried to see her, she said, "You better come here and bring me food if you're coming to see me." So that didn't work out. Another woman we dated a couple of times. I remember I said, my line was, I said, I tried things out. I said, "You dropped something in my heart or something." I guess she thought it was funny, and we had a couple dates, but she said, "Oh, I thought you just wanted to be friends." I don't know where she got that from. She wouldn't come over, so like I said, just a few things that kind of didn't make any sense. So that's just kind of like what the hell. But that's gonna do it for this half. I am going to do the next half, and basically it's going to be pretty much rounding off where I'm at now, basically. So like I said, I pretty much ran through a good portion, like I said, up to where I'm at on this part. So like I said, just keep listening and keep tuning in, and thank you.